Try keep a different vibe. Is you down to work it out? Hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man. I need hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Play the beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction of the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Denver Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Mark 47. Watch the curl.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
That's good for our Cowboys. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
A first down carry by Elliott, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory, 80-yard line. Flush to his right. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches. If they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's got his target. It's Cobb. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance, his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game as we just saw there.
Rolling to his, and that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready! 54! I got him!
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage. As he's going to be taken down.
Get off the train, Charles. And it's 3rd.
Come on, set! 18, Gator!
3rd and
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Go!
On 3rd down, here's Lindsay. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still fight.
On 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lindsay, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards, a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him, man. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. So he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On third down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The pass there complete to Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. He'll let this thing go for... This is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. On 2nd and 9, Prescott buying time to his left. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go! AT Gator. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Let's go.
Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Power running by Zeke. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And this one complete to Witten over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Here's Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well. But they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
27.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Watch twist. Watch the twist.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as he'll stop him well short of the yellow line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Set. 10-2 stop. Check. Watch the before. Watch the before. Fire.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The tackle there by Antoine Woods.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a great priority.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Elliott. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Kill.
On play action, Prescott. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Switch up. Hey, check right. Watching your five.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he fires one, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. So they'll start the drive with Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Check, check. Lucky. 26.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And able to follow his center and pick up the 1st. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Prescott to throw this time. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Intended that time for Cooper, and now it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
15 line.
Lock to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jake Butt. 29 yards, and the Broncos will extend their lead. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt, and we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was the prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
40. There we go. Jungle 47.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Prescott to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to let it fly. A crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Cooper was the intended target. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Left side here to Sanders. Nice move at the 40. Emmanuel Sanders. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Mike, 46. Here we go, 46. He's checking. Crash. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger, and dominance is starting to fall all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis.